Etsy SEO. How-to Part 3. Optimizing your product titles. Are you an Etsy seller struggling to get your product titles up to par? Don't worry, you're not the only one. The Etsy marketplace is incredibly competitive, but there are ways to stand out. Keyword research is very important when it comes to optimizing your titles. In Part 2, you would have done keyword research for your particular product. So, if you have your keywords all ready, then let's move on. If not, then make sure to go back to keyword research before you create your title. To craft your eye-bedazzling title, you will need to keep a few things in mind when brainstorming. You should use descriptive words that help shoppers understand what your product is and what makes it unique, and stand out in the midst of everyone else. You should also use adjectives to describe your product so it really catches attention. Always use synonyms so you don't repeat words. Repeating words gets boring and is repetitive. There are some things you should definitely not do when crafting a product title. Do not use all caps, it looks aggravating. And do not use excessive punctuation or symbols, it looks spammy. Your title should be eye-catching, attention-grabbing, and very easy to read for shoppers. Essential details are important to include in your title too. For example, if you're selling a handmade scarf, include details like the color, material, and size. This information will help shoppers find exactly what they're looking for. Prioritize these details within your title. Shoppers pay attention to images and deals in the listings while scanning through the page before even clicking on it. Make them want to click on yours to find out more. Also remember that Etsy only allows up to 140 characters in your title. One other thing to utilize is including holiday and season-specific details that are relevant to that time of year. For example, if you're selling a Christmas-themed mug, include the word Christmas in your title. People use these words when searching for products, so make sure to include them. Now we'll touch on common mistakes to avoid. Don't add irrelevant keywords to your title. They won't help your rank. Actually, they can hurt your ranking because you may rank with an irrelevant topic and people definitely won't click on your listing. Stay away from trademarked and copyrighted terms. These are legally owned by companies and you need permission to use them. If you don't have permission, you could potentially get your shop closed and definitely, at the very least, get your listing removed. And please don't use clickbait tactics like best ever or amazing. People have become wise on these advertising-like descriptions and tend to avoid them. Shoppers think it looks spammy. Or they come to the conclusion that the seller is trying to convince them to buy a less than satisfactory product. Always be honest and transparent with your potential customers. Focus on the unique features of your product and how it will benefit the end user. Optimizing your Etsy titles can greatly improve your visibility and in turn, your sales. So get creative and have fun with it. Use descriptive words for attention and synonyms to create a fresh feel. And remember, your title is the first impression that your shoppers will have of your awesome product. So make all that brainstorming goodness work its magic. Get optimizing.